Hey guys, welcome back to Happiness 101. I'm Josh, and today we'll be starting our discussion on our past. We'll be talking about how our past impacts us, as well as things we can do in the present to help us better understand our past. Research is giving us a lot of good information on these topics, so let's get started. First, let's address a pretty major misconception and how it came about. Sigmund Freud was a substantial and important innovator in the field of psychology, so he's well remembered, but he was definitely far from perfect in his understanding of human nature, and especially when it came to how our childhood impacts our adult lives. He was convinced that major and minor events in our childhood had lifelong impacts on us as adults and shaped the way we lived as adults and the things we did. While this is true in a habitual sense, in that our preferences for certain foods or activities that we like to do or our general mannerisms are definitely influenced by our childhood experiences and actions, Freud was more focused on negative events and how negative events impact us in our adult lives. Modern research is showing that our negative events in our childhood do not impact our lives in adulthood as much as people like to think. Because this was such a point of focus for Freud, this idea has been tested and retested over and over again since his time, and again the conclusions are the same. Our childhood does not determine our adulthood. Now, this doesn't mean that we don't focus on negative childhood events. We do, a lot, and that's kind of the heart of the point. We use these bad events as emotional crutches. We blame our failures, our shortcomings, our physical or personality traits that we don't really like on these bad events in the past. But, as Martin Seligman sums up in his book Authentic Happiness, and I quote, "There is no justification for blaming your adult depression, anxiety, bad marriage, drug use, sexual problems, unemployment, aggression towards your children, alcoholism, or anger on what happened to you as a child." Understandably, this is an idea that we might feel compelled to reject because it yanks those emotional crutches out from underneath us. But instead of turning towards negativity and rejecting information that is well-founded by research, try and see the massive upside to this new information. We're not slaves to our past. We're free to make any changes to our personality, attitudes, or behaviors as long as we're willing to let ourselves grow and are willing to work hard to make those changes happen. As we know, mental habits are certainly hard to break, but if we maintain a level of self-awareness and dedicate to making those changes, nothing is set in stone. But there's still more to talk about when it comes to our past, so if you want to learn more, tune into the next Happiness 101 or find a Happicus class. Keep happy, everyone.